Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I play the various regions, provinces, counties, territories, areas, states, governorates, departments, whatever you call the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth, and I explore and play these on GeoGuessr, one by one. And, well, the objective of this series is threefold: to see places I've never been to and probably will never go to, and second, hopefully have a little fun while doing so, and thirdly, try to get the perfect score of 25,000 points in a GeoGuessr game in whatever area I am covering at any given time. If I succeed in doing so, that's the last you'll see of that area in the series. If I fail doing so, well, you might see it again later. Now, today's a special one. We're going into Shanghai in China, and I can tell you right away that there will be no 25,000 point round games in here. That's simply impossible. And this is not because of Shanghai being huge, because it is. I mean, the entire province, which is like these islands here, and on the tip of this promontory or peninsula here, it's only 6,200 square kilometers, although we've seen areas that are smaller that are giving me a lot more grief. But we're talking about roughly, well, in 2020 there were 24.8, almost 24.9 million people living in Shanghai, in the province itself. And the city, 22 million people. So, yeah, it's vast, and that makes it hard in itself, but that should not make it impossible to get a 25k round. But as there is no street view coverage in Shanghai, and it's all third-party photography. It's photospheres, endless photospheres. So just look at this stuff. And as I was making this map, that took a while, I'll tell you. I saw that a great number of these locations are, well, suffering from a complete lack of accuracy. It seems that a lot of the people who have entered these locations and photospheres have been, while able to take the photo and upload the photosphere, their ability to actually properly pin it on the map has been somewhat lacking, or been slightly displaced by design. Oh, yeah, that's another one I forgot. So let's see. I thought I got them all. So let's publish that one extra location. Yeah, there are locations I've missed, but hey. So the chances of me getting 25k is 0. So I will green flag this as completed, and so we won't see Shanghai again later in the series once I'm done with this episode. But I will treat this as a sightseeing, basically, and just see if I can get any kind of respectful score. And yeah, I'll play 3, 4, maybe even 5 rounds. We'll see how long it takes. And well, then you can have a look and see if you can out accuracy me. The terms are a little hard to come by when it comes to this map. So anyway, let's go into Shanghai, the municipality province of Shanghai. And we're going to make a challenge, as we usually do. And this time you'll have a lot of maps to keep you entertained, or a lot of games, rather. So I'm just going to put that link in my document for safekeeping, and you'll find the link in the description to this video. Okay, so, and as we know, we cannot really trust directions when it comes to photospheres. So, and let's see. And of course, my familiarity with the landmarks in Shanghai is also grossly inadequate. So, but I did notice that there are a few, so most of the action is in this area. If I remember correctly. Yeah. Because this is where I got This is where you got the Bund and stuff, isn't it? Oh god. It's only been minutes since I finished this map, and I'm already struggling to remember where things were. Yeah, let's see. So there was some main streets here, about see up here. There are some main streets here, like the Jiujiang Road. This road is. So what do we have here? Do we see anything we can identify? Osi Deng, whatever that is. We got that building over there. Might be to the west. This might be the Zhejiang, but I don't think it is. Although, I mean, it could be. I mean, I seem to recall that the Zhejiang could be a Tianjin as well. Oh God, that name. You do not want to say that loud to, especially not to a Norwegian. They will be going, what? And then they'll be laughing their asses off. Sorry about that, but I just had to get that off my mind. But yeah, where we are, that's a complete. I have a feeling that this compass might be turned 180 degrees. So let's say that we are over here by the Fuzhou Road. Thereabouts. Oh, that wasn't so bad. So let's see, can we find that bossy dang thingy? Looks like this might. Yeah, this looks like it was severely misplaced because there wasn't an intersection there. And I can't see the bossy dang anywhere. There's no real sign of this road. Neither of those roads ending in a skyscraper. So that looks like a very, very fishy location. But okay, we'll go on. And here we're in an intersection. This can't be downtown. No, it can't be. It has to be. Oh yeah, it's one of those places where we have moving footage. But of course we actually got the name of the road here. We got the is it the Dallin Road? I have no recollection of what the Dallin Road is. But it seems to be a fairly substantial road. Let's see if we can figure out what road it is crossing. Yeah, you see. You click. Whoa. Okay. You click forward and you go sideways. And brave soul on a scooter. Yeah. It's one of those. Yeah, basically just jumps too far ahead for each jump, so there's no real telling where you are, and navigation is pretty much impossible. So, something started with an S, but we're definitely not completely downtown. I guess we could be No, well, we'll just try up in this area. Let's try that. Okay, that was well away. And it might have been the Dachi Road, maybe. None of these road names seem very... Well, it did come to a road with an F, so that might have been the Panghi. So, yeah, that must have been the Dachi Road. But we definitely didn't stop there. So you see what I mean about the inaccuracy of placements. Oh well, we got one. And got a garden. That is not the Shanghai Tower. Which is... should be down in this area somewhere. Come on, it was visible in the previous playthrough, but now it isn't. Well, there it is. Let's see. That's a pretty big building over there. Curiously shaped. Okay, so we're in a park. Quite a wet and muggy day. I guess that's fairly common in Shanghai, especially during monsoon season. It says home something over there. And that's some very purple and pink flowers. But where we are, well... Okay, so we're in a park. Let's find a park and just plonk it down. Given the height of the buildings, let's just say that we might... well, maybe we'll be in the Yew Garden. Who knows? Let's see. No, we were not. And that is definitely not what that was. So you see... Hello, sir. Okay, this is the same fellow we had earlier on. Let's see, where did we put that? We put that over here in the... No, we were... Let's see, we were somewhere else. We were... Let's see if I can find that area again. I don't quite remember the names of the roads. So that doesn't happen. I think it was down here somewhere, wasn't it? Because it wasn't up there. I'll go with that. Let's see, number 89, and yeah, I mean, this is proper old Shanghai. Okay, 2.4 kilometers, and that's actually quite close to downtown as well. We got the Fuqing Road. Yeah, that must be quite a bit away from where we were in that previous round. So this dude on the scooter gets around. Okay. Now that's different. We got, this says Yincheng Road down there, and I think this is Xinjiang Road Tunnel. Okay, Yincheng and Xinjiang Road Tunnel. I think it says Fuqing or Fuqing. Let's see, and I mean, well, we got to be... Let's see, we got to be somewhere around here then, don't we? Let's see, could it be Pudong Road instead, maybe? That sounds a little... No. Look away for a second and miss it. Okay, here's Pudong Road. So, and isn't that the Shanghai Tower? Let's see, so... no, that's the Pucheng. Ah, okay, Pucheng Road. Yeah. And then we want... Yeah, that's got to be the Pucheng Road. Then we got the Yincheng and the Xinjian Road Tunnel. Let's have a further look at this intersection. So to the south, it's a rather small road. And then if I'm right in that being the Shanghai Tower, now I just need to figure. Let's see, so we got some buildings at the base of it. I have a feeling we might be here. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have another high-rise. Hang on, that might actually be the Shanghai Tower. This one definitely twists. So, yeah, then that's the Jinmao Tower, that one. And this is a Shanghai World Financial Center. And that means we are standing... about here-ish. Let's say that we're standing there. There's a parking thingy here. I'm not sure whether I got this right or not, but let's try that. Whoa. Well, that's definitely not where it was, but then again, yeah. As I said, we cannot expect accuracy here, but, well, that's a decent score. Not our first outing. That took 11 minutes, okay. Let's, but we're going to do a second one at least. So yeah, two pretty close, two, but also quite a few that were obviously mislocated. So, but yeah, I knew about that already, so I'm not going to be upset about that. So let's see how close we can get. Ooh. Okay, someone's flying a drone. Interesting area. I kind of like that. Could we be... The question is then, where could we be? Well, we're definitely in a watery area of the city. Do notice at times how many trees there are. There is at least large parts of the city where they have made sure to keep a lot of greenery. Let's say that way over here. Not at all. Okay, is that accurate? Not at all. Although, no, there's no river going on there, even though it says Rhine River. What? Rhine River HLTH, I don't know what that is. Promotion Shui Hui. Okay. And yeah, to any Chinese who happen upon this, I am very sorry about the pronunciation of the names here. I'm literally clueless. So I'll just try my best. So if I just ordered... Ah, yeah, there is an area called Soho. I saw that when I was back in the map. And that is... what's that again? I think it was down in this area, wasn't it? I think there was a Soho area down here somewhere. Or is it even further out? Long time ago, mutton. Okay. But yeah, anyways, if what I say sounds like I'm ordering the murder of your grandmother, it's not intended. Yeah, I know there was an area called Soho, but right now I cannot recollect where it was. So what else do we have here? So we have some stubby high-rises. We have... oh, hang on. Got some stuff off to the southeast. I don't think the Soho area was up there. It might have been down here. But I wouldn't know. So let's go with the location I put it in. All the way up there. Not so sure about that. Although with the intersection stuff it might fit. I do remember the Soho thing, but I also distinctly remember it being quite visible in the local area, so I think that's another misplaced location. Ah. That's pretty. Kind of gives a Blade Runner vibe with that advertising on the front of the building. But yeah, I would have loved to take my camera around here. That would be a feast for the eye. Let's see. So in this case, I think I tend to click a lot in here, but I'll just go with the residual memory of when I made this map. I think we might be in this area again. Okay, further up. Yeah, that might actually work, although I think we're looking at this road possibly. So maybe at the Shanghai Siemens Hospital. This could make sense. Well, this could make sense as well, I guess, but I don't know. Next one. Ah. Okay, can we see any hint of the river? All those big towers, they're over there to the southwest. Yeah, that could work. So if they are to the southwest, and they are over here, aren't they? Yeah, that's a bridge. Those are bridge towers. Probably leading across to the island there, or some vast bridges over here. Okay, so we're quite a ways away. So this is where all the regular people live. I think I would like to move to a different one, maybe one of these lower ones. Even if they are not exactly state-of-the-art either. This one has definitely seen better days. I think most of these have, but have been somewhat done up in more recent times. Yeah, those seem to be of the same brand. Anyway, so to the southwest, and we are quite far up the city, so let's say that we are as far as up as it. Hang on. This is where it is, so let's say that we are up all the way up here. Could even be further up for all I know. So let's try that. 12 kilo. Eek. Oh, right. That was... Yeah. That compass was very much off. So, yeah. But that's what you get. Oh, nice. Orla MLB Discovery Expedition. Michael Kors. This could, of course, be absolutely anywhere. So let's try around here, for instance, for us. Oh my goodness me. But yeah, that actually seems quite, yeah, that is quite accurate. That is only slightly south, I think, of the location where we were. Huh. Yeah, I get all the brands here. Yeah, this is what I've collected absolutely all the brands in the world. Juicy, not juicy, but huh. Look at this. Hey, well, okay. Yeah, that did worse. That was a little funny. Okay. We'll give it the third go as well. So, challenge, bit link, and let's go. Oh, oh, this is nice. This is nice indeed. So, yes, those are trees. That blue band is probably a building or a wall or something and not the sea. But there is a certain maritime quality to this area. Of course, there's quite a few areas that have all these. Oh, a kite flying field. Well, now you know to tell your kids where to go. As you can see, there's a lot of these waterways. I kind of like the idea that we're not quite in the city. How about this Fengshan? This. Well, how about it? Let's try it. Nope. And that is another misplaced location. That's definitely not it. Okay, onwards. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. Okay, and they are refurbishing the whole place. This doesn't seem to be very downtown. Well, we've been wrong about that before. But let's try down here. They near the botanical gardens. Nope. Crikey. Hyunyang building. Well, maybe. Yeah, there could be a waterway through here. Oh, all right. Okay. Let's see if we can get this right this time then. So we got the Shanghai Tower. We got the Jinmao Tower, and we got the financial center. So we should, by rights, we should be in this intersection. And let's have a little look at it. We'll look westwards. Let's see now. This is northwards, but that's of course wrong. So here's the twisty one, and the Jinmao, and the financial center straight ahead, which is this one. I would assume. So we should be here on this little traffic island somewhere. Let's see if that is anywhere near being correctly located. Oh, well, that's the closest we've been. But it's still woefully mislocated. Oh, that's colorful. Me and City. Baleno. Yeah, this must be in the Bund area. So either we're in here somewhere or we're up here somewhere. The North Bund. Could we be like close to this customs house? Let's see, that we like there, maybe? No. And we're definitely not there. Or... no, that doesn't seem right either. So it could be like here. That would make a lot more sense in terms of a square and stuff. But there's a lot of things we cannot reconcile here. Okay. And for the final round of this one, we are in a residential area again. When I said residential area, I didn't mean it. This is obviously some sort of office or service industry or something. It kind of looks like the kind of place you'd find in a maybe not. Well, it could be a hospital thingy. Let's try there. No. The Zizhu high-tech zone. And that actually looks like something that might have been close to accurate. I think that's the first one. Let's see, do we do another one? Ah, yes, we'll do one more. Fourth one. And that will be it. So let's see. Copy. Start game. Oh, that is pretty. Yeah, I'm glad I did another round. Ooh. So, where would this be then? Can this possibly be in the city? Well, if it is, it's got to be on one of these rivers, I guess. But yeah, that is a spectacular area. So are we well outside the city? Or is this in... I wouldn't think that we were in the city. So, but maybe we could be not here, because this seems to be an industrial area of some sort. Maybe need to find an area with waterways and not a lot of bridges. So maybe up here? Well, that was as badly wrong as you could get. Not sure about that looking. Well, that could be right. But yeah, wow, that was about as wrong as you could be in here. Okay, next one. Oh, our intrepid friend on the moped again, on the scooter. And there's no telling where he might have gone this time. He does get around, doesn't it? Ah, Mahjong, is it? You just click and you find yourself somewhere else. That's absolutely maddening. Oh, now everything locked up. Okay. If he's the one who's done all the getting around coverage, then that's pretty much all down here. Well, actually, I'll do it like so. So how about like up there? No, up here, down here again. Yeah, I should have learned. Should have learned. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I was thinking we might have a reload issue here. Good luck with that. In an elevator. And why is the only thing that comes to mind Aerosmith's Love in an Elevator? I'll leave you alone, sir. Sorry. Let's just say that we're heading up to Shanghai Tower. No. Well, at least that's a building that might have something. Soaring over the horizon. Okay. Excuse me. Right. Okay, so here I know there's I know for a fact that we have some absolutely atrociously bad locations here. We should be around here. Looking more or less straight that way. But I've seen some absolutely horrific locations here. So I guess that's going to be as good as I'm going to get it. Well, that's not too bad. What? This requires a lot of explanation. This gives, particularly this one gives me evil flashbacks to. Oh man. Okay. This requires some explanation. Once upon a time, I played a Korean MMORPG game called Shia, and there was this event in that game called Monster Madness, where the people who hosted the game would just spawn a bunch of monsters, big monsters, in random places of the world we were in. And some of these monsters were like huge white teddy bears with faces like these. And they hit like absolute trains. And yeah, not my best memory. So, someone please explain what these guys are doing here. It's not the same, of course, but well, where are we? We are in Shanghai. Yeah, good. I'm gonna say that we are probably somewhere around here again. Let's see. Can we find maybe somewhere over here? No, not at all. Once again, not sure about that placement. Here, maybe. But that one seems a little fishy. And that's the worst round of the lot, isn't it? Oh well. It was what it was. And, yeah. We couldn't really expect to get any better than this. So, if you did get any better results than me, well, kudos to you. It's so random. It's like, well, can't really talk about any sort of competition, but still, it was a bit fun to have a look around. So yeah, it's what it is. It's a sightseeing kind of strange one around Shanghai, and I'm glad you're still with me here on the tiny dot in space, and I hope I'll get a better map, or rather a more playable map in the next episode, and I hope you'll join me for it. So until then, bye bye.